two young brothers did something so simple. They stopped to help a stranger change a flat tire. What they didn't know was that this man was a billionaire. And the very next day, a black SUV pulled up outside their house, changing their lives forever. What happened after will leave you speechless. But before we dive into this powerful story, don't forget to support the channel. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and make sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss another life-changing story. The sun rose lazily over the small neighborhood where Malik and Jaden, two brothers aged 14 and 16, lived with their mother in a modest rented house. Their mornings always started the same: the smell of oatmeal cooking on the stove, the sound of their mother humming gospel tunes as she prepared for her job at the diner, and the two boys racing each other to finish chores before heading to school. Life wasn't easy. Their father had passed away when they were very young, leaving their mom, Denise, to raise them alone. She worked 2 jobs, yet still struggled to cover bills. The boys wore hand-me-down clothes, helped mow neighbors' lawns for extra cash, and often dreamed of a life beyond the struggles of their neighborhood. Jaden, the older one, was the thinker, always planning, always wondering how to make things better for their family. Malik, the younger, was the doer, quick to help, full of energy, and known for his wide, contagious smile. That morning, Jaden sighed as he tightened his worn-out sneakers. "Malik, one day, we're gonna make life easier for Mom. I don't know how yet, but we will." Malik grinned, balancing a slice of toast in his hand. "Yeah, maybe I'll be a famous basketball player and buy her a mansion. You'll be the smart businessman who manages it all." They laughed, but deep inside, both meant every word. As they left the house, their mom called after them, "Remember, boys, no matter what, keep your hearts kind. That's worth more than money." They had no idea those words would prove true sooner than they thought. The afternoon sun baked the streets as the brothers headed home from basketball practice. Their neighborhood was rough around the edges: cracked sidewalks, faded paint on houses, kids playing with makeshift toys. As they turned the corner near the highway, Malik stopped. "Jaden, look." A sleek, black luxury car sat parked at the side of the road, its rear tire completely flat. Standing beside it was a tall man in an expensive suit, looking frustrated as he fiddled with his phone. "That car probably costs more than our whole street," Malik whispered. Jaden frowned. "Come on, let's just keep walking." But Malik shook his head. "Nah." He looked stuck. "We should help." Against Jaden's hesitation, the two boys approached. "Sir, you need help?" Malik asked boldly. The man looked up, surprised. He was clearly not from around here, clean-cut, with silver cufflinks glinting in the sun. I think I do. My driver isn't answering, and I've never changed a tire in my life." Jaden raised an eyebrow. "Never?" The man chuckled awkwardly. "Let's just say, I'm better at boardrooms than carjacks." Malik laughed and quickly got to work, showing his brother where to place the jack and how to loosen the bolts. Their hands got dirty, sweat dripped down their faces, but within minutes the spare tire was on. The man watched in amazement. "You boys just saved my day." "Thank you." Jaden shrugged. "It's no big deal. Anyone would have done it." The man smiled faintly. "I'm not sure about that." As the sun dipped lower, the man leaned against his polished car, brushing dust from his sleeves. "Tell me, what are your names?" "I'm Jaden. This is my brother Malik." The man repeated their names slowly, as though memorizing them. Strong names. So, what do you two want to be when you grow up? Malik grinned. NBA superstar. Easy. Jaden hesitated, then admitted, honestly, I want to own businesses. Not just work for someone else. I want to build something big enough so Mom never has to struggle again. The man's expression softened. Admirable. Most kids your age aren't thinking like that. Jaden shrugged. We've seen enough struggle. Makes you dream different. For a long moment, the man studied them. He looked almost nostalgic, as if he saw a piece of himself in their honesty. Finally, he extended his hand. My name is Mr. Anderson. I won't forget what you did for me today. The boys shook his hand, still unaware of the weight of the name. As he drove off, Malik nudged his brother. Think he'll send us a thank you card? Jaden rolled his eyes. Rich people like him. He'll probably forget us by dinner. But Malik wasn't so sure. Back home, the boys told their mother what had happened. Denise smiled warmly. You did right. You don't help people because of what you might get. You help because it's the right thing to do. Neighbors, however, were buzzing with curiosity. Word spread quickly that the brothers were seen helping a man with a car that looked like something out of a movie. Y'all think he's famous? One kid asked at the basketball court. Maybe he's a politician, another guessed. Jaden shrugged off the talk, but Malik couldn't stop replaying the man's words in his mind. I won't forget what you did today. Something about the way Mr. Anderson had said it felt different. The next morning, their quiet street trembled with the deep rumble of an engine. A shiny black SUV rolled up slowly, tinted windows reflecting the sunlight. Neighbors peeked through curtains. Kids stopped playing. Denise froze at the kitchen sink as the vehicle parked right in front of their home. Jaden, Malik, do y'all know anything about this? She whispered. The SUV door opened, and out stepped Mr. Anderson. No suit this time, just a casual polo shirt. Yet the air around him carried authority. Good morning, he said with a calm smile. Denise's heart raced. Sir, can we help you? I believe your boys already helped me yesterday. Now it's my turn. The neighborhood fell silent. Everyone watched as the billionaire stood on their humble porch. Inside the SUV, the family sat in stunned silence as it rolled through parts of the city they'd never seen before. Skyscrapers glittered, private gates opened automatically, and finally they arrived at an estate so vast it looked like something out of a dream. This is where you live, Malik whispered. Mr. Anderson chuckled. One of the places. The estate was breathtaking. Marble fountains, manicured gardens, hallways filled with priceless art. Yet despite the wealth, Anderson led them humbly, treating them like honored guests. At dinner, he leaned forward. I grew up poor, too. No father. Struggled with every meal. But one day, someone gave me a chance. That chance changed my life. Yesterday, your boys reminded me of that moment. Denise blinked, tears forming. Sir, we never expected. Anderson held up a hand. Please. No, sir. Just Anderson. And I don't offer charity. The next day, Anderson presented the boys with an unusual test. He handed them each an envelope, one filled with cash, the other empty. You can keep the money and walk away. Or, you can trust me, return it, and let me invest in your future. Malik looked tempted, the bills shining in his eyes. But Jaden took a deep breath. Money disappears. Opportunities don't. We'd rather have the chance to prove ourselves. Anderson smiled, his eyes glistening with pride. That's the answer I hoped for. He revealed his plan: full scholarships for the boys, mentorship under his company, and steady support for Denise so she could finally rest from her endless work. The brothers sat stunned, overwhelmed by the gravity of what their choice had just secured. Weeks later, the boys' lives had transformed. Their home was repaired, their mother worked fewer hours, and their education was secured. But more importantly, they had gained a mentor who believed in them. The neighborhood watched in awe as the once struggling family began to rise, not because of luck, but because of kindness returned with kindness. One evening, as the brothers sat outside, Malik nudged Jaden. "You think we'd be here if we just walked past that flat tire?" Jaden smiled faintly. "Nah." But Mom was right. Kindness is worth more than money. Malik grinned. "Guess that flat tire was the best thing that ever happened to us." And as the sun set over their changed lives, the story of two boys, a billionaire, and a flat tire became a reminder to all. Sometimes, the smallest acts of kindness open the biggest doors. And that's how two boys with nothing but kindness in their hearts saw their entire future change. Proof that even the smallest good deed can open the biggest doors. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, drop a comment to share your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. And remember to turn on the notification bell, so you'll be the first to catch our next powerful story. Until next time, stay inspired and keep spreading kindness.